I don't know about you, but I remember growing up, because obviously the days that we're growing up in our teens is mad, but the way in which you're hearing it is a bit crazy, because you're not. In one way, not having social media is helpful because you're not seeing the images and it's just not in your face. But on the other side, when you do check the news or you talk to people and I don't know if it's politically correct, but the Chinese whispers and all of that stuff, it was scary. You know what I mean? It's a game now. I'm just saying. It's a game. I'm just saying that's the name of the game. But that's the. But it's just I do remember. I remember there's a period of time leaving the house, probably from about the age of 13 to 16, thinking at any point I could just not come home, not because I'm on stuff or I'm in stuff, and so it just makes you feel sad for the people that are seeing this. They've got access to the phones now. They're seeing all of this stuff. It's not like a jungle out there. Like obviously there's some safe spots. Not everywhere is dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh God, like. These kids just need to be kids, you know what I mean? They don't need to be exposed to other kids and young people stabbing each other up and shooting each other up and throwing acid on each other.
Yeah, that was another one.
And all that shit. Yeah, it's a mess, man.
No, it's horrible. It's horrible. But then it goes back to another point. Like it's not even, like, obviously the events yesterday, I think it was. Obviously when this comes out, it'll be a couple of days ago. But the 17-year-old that just went into the school and just stabbed up the kids, 3 dead. Just stabbed them up. No ifs or buts. Stabbed up mums, dads. In Southport for anyone that's listening. But it's like, imagine them kids. I'm not even bothered about the attacker. I think he should be hung out. Like literally, I think the worst thing should happen to him. And not just him, other people. Like other people that are doing these crimes. This is what I was trying to say months ago. Like to me, that's nuts. You walk into a school and just stab innocent kids. That one hurt though, because they're innocent kids. I'm not saying that the people that are stabbing each other aren't innocent.
No.
But they're definitely making a choice, whether they want to carry the knife or they have to carry the knife. That's still their choice or whatever. When you're walking into a school and you're stabbing a 4-year-old, 9-year-old girl who's just there to dance in a school, that to me, that's
wild. It reminded me when I was reading bits about it, remind me of, there was the attack in it was Australia, I think it was, wasn't it? The shopping centre one.
Yeah.
And I think the kid was quite young, and they were interviewing the dad who was aware, and this is not bullshit and blame, but he was aware that the son had stuff going on. So I don't know the 4 reasons why. And
what do you mean stuff?
It's the old adage of mental health issues, but
okay.
The sense that I got was that the Australian guy, he generally had some things going on. It sounded like the dad was aware and he was trying to do his best to get him help, but he just wasn't having it. And coming back to the one in Southport, it's just it does make you wonder where we're going, because I don't maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember this kind of stuff happening. Not just random. Like obviously we live through the terrorism sort of side of it, the teen on teen stabbings, the gang stuff. But this, there was a spate of the kidnappings. We won't go into too much detail, but the 2000s, a lot of kidnappings, the 90s, a lot of kids disappearing. It just feels like to run up and just killing people just for the sake of just killing people, which is scary.
No, it's like you said as well about like even the acid attacks and everything. But I think, yeah, I mean, I remember Dunblane. I remember when I was a kid, Dunblane, that happening. And I think there was another one, whether it was in the Midlands somewhere. I remember being young and my mum just not sending me to school the next day. I can't remember where it was in the Midlands or somewhere maybe local to us somewhere. And I remember my mum just saying, "No, you're not going to school tomorrow." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "You're not going. There was an attack somewhere, or someone attempted to get into a school nearby or something." She just sent me to school. She's like, "You're not going." And that was the end of that. But we shouldn't even have to be like, and the way I think it's going to go, I think like tonight, for instance, in Southport, they're mashing up the police cars. There's protesting, they're rioting. I actually don't blame them a little bit. I know why they're rioting. I don't agree fully with the reasons for that, because they're like, "Oh, you must have been an immigrant, illegal immigrant, this, that, the other." I don't agree with that, because what are you solving by mashing up police cars and then throwing bricks into the mosque of innocent Muslims that haven't done anything? Like, that's not solving anything. But I think things need to happen. I can see why. Because if someone stabbed my child in that place, or they stabbed you, or they stabbed me, I'd want a riot. I'd be going mad. Do you know what I mean? We've sat down for too long now. I just said, oh yeah, but you know, these things are happening now. You know, so many people have sat down and said that to me, and I'm like, yeah, I get why people are rioting now. Do I agree with it? Not 100%, but I get why they're rioting, because they're sick of it, man. You imagine waking up, yeah, and then you're just waking up to this madness on your phone, like you're just saying it's accessible on your phone. You just wake up. Because when I checked my phone yesterday morning, it was early, I just seen the thing saying, major incident Southport, stabbing. But you know, because I'm just, you said you're like desensitized to it. Because when I wake up, there's an account on Twitter that just shares all the stabbings in like London, whether they're minor or whether they're major.
I just stopped following that one. I know the one you're talking about.
They literally will tell you if like Edgware, there's been a stabbing. Marland, there's been a stabbing. Hoxton, there's been a stabbing. Anyway.
You know all the hot spots, innit? It's a little funny, but yeah, I know. It's the same thing every weekend.
Every day now, cuz every day. And that account will show you all of them. But like, there's just stabbings every day, cuz like, it's mad. We might have to riot. And then like, people are saying, shut the borders and all that. And I'm not saying that's the answer, yeah, but I don't know another country that would allow so many people to come into a country illegally and house them. And then, do you know what I'm saying? Australia wouldn't do that.
I think the context is different though. It depends on the location of the country. And I don't.
I'm not blaming them, by the way. I'm just saying there's not a country that I can think of that has over 800,000 people that are undocumented in a country. And I'm not blaming them for violence, but I'm just saying, what are they bringing to the country? It's a bit like the monarchy conversation I was having the other day. What are they bringing to the table? If they're not bringing anything, what are they here doing? Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's the issue with the system though, because a lot of them, a lot of people want to. I know you're not going down that route.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, but a lot of people would be more than happy to work, and a lot of these people are more qualified and educated than most of us. Do you know what I mean?
There's I hear what you're saying, but then
so they can. But I think the system, you've got to vet people. But
that's all I'm trying. That's all I'm saying. See that bit?
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. And you see what I said there?
That's the issue, because then because when I say we, I don't mean you and I.
Oh no, it's wider than us. It's bigger than us.
This country is built on so much fucking privilege. Like the whole thing of Brexit, they're like, we want to vote Brexit because we want to shut the borders. There's too many people coming and taking our jobs. Like, people don't want to fucking work. Like, some people do, and some people can't. But a lot of people don't want to work. So the point I'm making is, if everybody wanted to try and do their bit, none of the government's been mad. I'm not going to blame them solely, although I do think they have a big responsibility for it.
Because they got a massive responsibility.
They do. I'm talking about the old government, by the way. That
both.
No. Yeah, I can't blame the new government's like 2 weeks old. So I can't blame them for shit.
We can blame them.
I can see what my point is. Like, the vetting, what I just mentioned. If you have people, because basically there's not enough stuff. It's not even if they don't have the money. Like, there's just not enough people that can do that job. People don't want to do that job. So all the people doing like the border patrol and immigration, there's bare vacancies. Like, they're always hiring like 20, 30, 40 people.
Yeah, but that's because they're paying it. Because have you seen how much they're paying them to do the job? Because I wouldn't even, and I'm not even taking the piss either. So if anyone's doing a job, I'm not taking the piss, but I'm just saying, some of them are on 25 grand a year, cuz they ain't even covering your rent or mortgage a year. And
this is what I'm saying. So there's different elements, but the system is broken. But with no disrespect, and I'm not aiming this at you, but I remember when it come down to it, job is a job. Do you know what I mean? But I think,
but not in this day and age, you can't. No, you can't have that attitude. The job is a job now. I don't think.
I think that's because of privilege. Can you imagine? We're scorning going and and trying to develop skills. And
you get up and do your job for 25 grand a year, and a lot like.
Would I do mine?
Yeah.
I've got two answers. If you ask me if I want to do that tomorrow from the salary I'm on, then probably not. But if that was the salary for the job, And bearing in mind,
I'm talking about your salary, which you wake up tomorrow and do.
Let's flip it around though. When I first started doing this, my salary was 22 grand a year, and I did it. It was what it was. I know this is 10 years ago, but 22 grand 10 years ago wasn't a lot, but it wasn't, come on.
Nah, it was enough. I'm not saying it was enough to get you by, but your circumstances were different then as well. Do you know what I mean?
I couldn't rent, no.
Yeah, but your circumstances were different at the time. So what I'm saying is you couldn't live on 25 grand a year now. And some people are having to do that right now. And the job's pressured as well. It's not like just a job where you're flicking a couple of papers. That job's probably more pressurized than my job and your job at times.
What I'm saying is,
you know what I'm saying?
The system was broken. Because
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. I'm saying
on one side, I agree. If they paid more, then it would attract more people. So I totally agree. But even if they didn't pay more, if there was enough people just to go and do it and say, do you know what? Let's fucking hire people that ain't going to micromanage or be dickheads when doing it, you know, when managing the team. But also, we're all just going to go and do it because, you know, we feel there's an obligation to try and do this properly in a non-discriminatory way. Then you vet people faster and you could create systems without this kind of point system, which is bullshit. Because there are people that come in on boats that are more qualified to run the country than Boris and all them dickheads that was running it before. So my thing is actually,
but I feel like maybe we did that through the vetting though, because that's what I'm trying to say. So if you see someone, because you go to certain countries, you can't walk into their country unless you've got a trade or a skill. Yeah. If someone come into this country and they got trade and skills, no one would have a problem with that, would they? Because they're coming here to do the job and they're more qualified than some people.
I still think if somebody came here with no qualifications anyway, but just wanted to work, they should be able to come and do that.
But then on the flip side, they could be, so my son's growing up now and he's going that we're already, there's a job that I went for recently and it had over 300 applicants. That's just people that are in the country. Double that. I'm fighting for the same job for 600 people now.
Okay.
Do you mean okay?
Okay. And I'm talking from a position of privilege, yeah? So I'm in a profession where...
Forget that. Let's just talk about my profession or anyone else's profession, because you're saying that you're in a privilege. So say you're not in a privileged position and you're fighting for that 25 grand job. Say you want to be the immigration guy, you're working 25 grand job, yeah?
Yeah.
You're now tripling the amount of vacancies that are, applicants that are coming through. So that one job you need to keep the roof over your head...
But you know what? So to go, I'm going to answer your question. So to go back, if tomorrow I woke up and either I lost my job or that job now to do what I'm doing, 25 grand was what it is, I just fucking do that. And you know me, I'm not going to bullshit. I'd be annoyed and it'd be frustrating. And I'd have
to still live the way that you're living now, though. And I mean, basic necessities that you need. Could you live on that where you are right now?
I'm gonna be honest, I've got a lot of material shit here that I don't really need. I've got PS5, I've got TV. Well, I can live without that. You know me anyway. You've been on holiday with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, listen, if it's the only place I could go was
mega walking to pieces, yeah.
No, but you know, like, come on, we're in our late 30s. I'm still looking at morning flights. Do you know what I mean? To get away. The 6 o'clock flights because they're the cheapest ones. No one listening. If we're still doing that, it's because I'm trying to live a humble life. So there's that. If I got off against, I think this is just a product of growing up in that and trying to get work in that recession. The 2008, 2009, I had to fucking grind and do, minimum wage job for a number of years. And even then, when I wanted to try and do things to better myself, I was working 4 days a week and get £800 a month. But I had to do that again, I'd do it. And if I couldn't get a job because there's someone else that's come in, because the fucking situation they're in is so fucked up, they had to come here and they can't even stay in their own country, and good for them. Obviously, if you're running around stabbing up children, then that's a whole other story.
No, I'm not about that. I'm not taking...
No, but I'm just saying, then fuck you if you're doing that. But if you're coming from another country and taking my job, then that's the shit. I've got to level up, or I've got to keep looking.
But then don't forget, there's illegal immigration and immigration are two different things though, isn't it?
Okay, but it's just still someone trying to get in because they don't.
So immigration is not an issue for anyone. Well, not for me anyway. I know I can't talk for everyone, but illegal immigration is becoming a big issue because it's not.
What's the issue about illegal immigration, though?
The cost, because it's billions of pounds. Billions of pounds. So when you're saying about having more wages for that job you just said, or we just use the example of 25 grand, that could go towards that, paying people more to do the job that we need to do to get the vetting done. But we can't do that because we're having to scrimp and save and shave off the top. So what I'm trying to say to you is those kind of things. And then like you can't house them properly because they're not theoretically meant to be in a country. So you're having to put them in certain locations. So what I'm trying to say, immigration isn't a problem, I don't think. If you're an immigrant because we're all immigrants, do you know what I mean? We came here to work. Our parents, and
I agree.
Illegal immigration is a problem because people come in here, they can't work us. So what I'm saying is they're just here, and then the taxpayer, which is us, is having to make sure they're safe here, cuz.
So I when I say I agree, like what you're saying makes absolute sense, and I understand that we're looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
My perspective, from the majority of them people coming up from other countries, even the ones who I'll go there and they're moving mad racist to me anyway, but even those countries as well.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But even those countries.
Now you got to be careful both sides of the street.
No. But I'm just saying, regardless, I feel genuine sorrow and empathy for someone who feels they need to get the fuck out of their country.
But that's the problem. I know that we come for everyone. You know, like we can't blanket everyone as racist, or we can't blanket everyone for feeling sorry for them, or we can't blanket everyone as a paedophile, or we can't blanket everyone as not a paedophile. We can't blanket everyone that we feel sorry for them. That's like when my missus goes, she feels sorry for all people, and I say, but you could be a pedo. Do you know what I mean? You can't.
But it could be Jimmy Sell. No, listen.
You get my point though. Like I have to take everyone on an individual face by face value and vet them. That's all I'm saying.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I've got no issue with people coming in, because I think about this country's role and wide and some other countries, why the world is so fucked up in the first place. And me living here, it's a privilege to work. Not necessarily for the people that I work for. They're lucky to have me. But they are. No. I promise you, like,
big up your chest.
No, listen. I get paid decent wages, but even then, I'm doing way more than I should be. Do you know what I mean? Anyway,
this country.
That's another situation. But when I go to countries and I see that some people, like, work just isn't a concept because there's actually no work that they can do. I feel lucky that I'm in a situation where I can go and actually do something meaningful with my life, regardless of how much I get paid. So I feel like everybody should have the right to do that. So if someone comes here legally, illegally, do you know what? If I can help, then I help, because I've got so much shit anyway. I don't need it all. All I need is health and people around me. So it don't make no difference to me. Now, I say that now. Things might change.
Sorry, go on.
But,
I'll
go on.
No, I'll let you finish.
No, I was going to say, I say that now and things have changed. But that's always been my attitude, is just, you just need the basics. I just need clean water, roof over my head, safety. Like, I don't need a lot. Do you know what I mean?
You know, when you said,
that's why I always argue that. But
no, it's a good debate to have. But you know, when you said about the government sold the next generation a couple months back.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like what you just said falls into that category though. Because my son and my daughter growing up are going to find it even more difficult now, based on what you said a couple months ago. But double on top of that, what you just said then about people coming here who technically, theoretically, have not come through the correct way to be vetted correctly are coming through.
Okay.
And now my kids, when they go and get a job, they're going to be fighting for thousands of applicants on top of their job.
Depends what they want to do.
Nah, it doesn't, cuz. It doesn't. It really, trust me, it doesn't.
What if they want to volunteer, do humanitarian work?
Cuz you can't volunteer in this world anymore. Like,
you can.
Cuz you need a job. You need a job, cuz you know that.
No,
I know that.
Yeah, you do, but there's still, I hear you.
Man said,
and
obviously, you want me to pay for them when they're 35, you want me to still pay for them.
I don't know what the world's kind of like 30 years later.
Get out.
But listen, none enough, deeper. Because it's my blood as well, yeah? So obviously I care about them. But my thing is, if I don't see a problem, if we're all struggling, then I don't really, for me, it's not a problem. Do you understand?
It's not a problem though, I don't think. But I think like you said, you hit the nail on the head at the very start of this bit, actually, to be fair. Just vet everyone correctly then. Because if you was a mass murderer or something worse, you're not getting a job here anyway, cuz. Do you know what I mean? But we don't know that. Yeah. So what I'm saying is vet everyone. And because like I said, you go to Australia, you go, even now America, you know, if you've got like the smallest conviction on your record, you're not getting into the country. Yeah. So just vet everyone correctly then. So there's none of the, do you know why I brought all this up? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to come full circle.
I was going to ask you, because America is a wild, given their gun laws and their...
Come full circle. I'm going to come full circle now. So full circle is no one in this country could complain about anyone else from any other nationality or anyone that's coming from any other country if everyone was vetted correctly, because everyone that's been vetted correctly should be in this country. But the problem is right now, we're not vetting people properly. So people are using that as an excuse to go and mash up police cars and, do you know what I mean, do all the nonsense that they've been doing, like even tonight. No one's bothered about the 3 girls that had died yesterday. No one cares. Yeah. All they're bothered about is going to cause a ruckus outside some mosque, and it's affecting a community of people for the wrong reasons. So if we vetted everyone correctly, they couldn't even use that as an excuse as to why they want to go and do this, that, the other, and where, do you know what I mean? They can't use that.
Wouldn't they just find another excuse?
They would, but that would be funny now, because what other excuse can they use? Because the people that are in this country should be in this country. Do you get what I'm saying? Because they've been vetted and they can work.
There's always an excuse for some people. You see, like the march of Tommy Robinson.
But they're running out now. They're running out of excuses now. That's why I find it funny, because they're using the latest excuse they're using is, we're having to do this because all these people are in this country. Even Nigel Farage will be fucked, because that's his selling point. His selling point is that we don't know who's coming into the country, but if we vetted everyone and we weeded out all the rapists and murderers and pedophiles and said, you got these convictions, you can't come to the country, but you haven't got these and you're in trouble, you're in another country that's going through turmoil, you're in the country now. You can go and work. So I get that.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? That's my full circle. Yeah. See that?
I'm going to let you have that one. I do have a counter.
You see where I landed the plane? Like that.
You know why? Because when you let people land, they can land safely.
Yeah, because you have some turbulence.
I'm there with the light. Like, yes, you can go. There's the land.
You got the wheels out, yeah? The wheels are out. Land,
wheels are out. Man said going to parking bay 3. It's cool, man. I've got the ladder. I've got the steps for you. It's cool, man. Listen, I told you I'm all about love. I'm all about love.
Yeah, I hear you, man. But that was my fault.
No, it's complicated. You know, it's complicated. So.
Yeah, it's black and white. It's just vetting people. Yeah. There's nuances to it, but I get it. But I do think that would be a massive thing that would stop all these so-called patriotic, we care about the country people. What else could they do apart from just be point blank racist? Which is what I asked one yesterday. Are you just a racist? And they said no. I said, well, you must be, because of the way you're talking. So, I said last week or the week before, I'd rather you just was that to me. Just be that person. Don't lie about it and cover it up and say, oh no, just be honest.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
I hear you. I'll take that all day.
You can land though. I'm letting you land now. The tarmac is yours.
No, I'm good. It's one plane at a time, of where traffic controls are being mad. The flights are going to be delayed. You landed. No. I understand. I understand why so many different elements come into it, and it's. I don't think it's a case of what I'm saying is correct or what you're saying.
No, not at all. It's not black and white.
I think it's a mixture of all of that. It's just, yeah. I genuinely think in this country, again, like I said, it's not that we owe anybody anything, but I feel, do you know what, the last, 12 to 18 months, I feel so happy every morning when I wake up and, I feel healthy and I've got a few aches and pains, but I'm all right. And I've got a job which yeah, sometimes I don't really want to go, but I get up Monday, Tuesday in particular, I have to go into the office, but the other days calm. I just feel lucky that I can get up and I have the option to do that. Whether you want to pay me what you pay me or 25 grand or whatever it just is what it is, because it's just, that's just how it is. Do you know what I mean? And if it meant that I had to have a little bit less because somebody that don't have as much as I can have something close to what I've got, then so be it. Because I think we all got more than what we need, really. You'd still find happiness. If you had twice as much as your shit or half as much as your shit.
You've been listening to Coldplay or someone, and I can hear it in you. Man said,
it's a beautiful sunset tonight. I feel the most though.
Man, it's talking like he's got some hippie trousers on right now. I hear you. But now you're making some good points, man.
Peace and love, man. Peace and love.
Yeah, they're all good points, man. All good points. And yeah, no, it's not as black and white 100%, but something needs to be done because, yeah, there's just madness going on up and down the country. The kids in this country that are born here need more. We said that before, innit, about the kids needing more guidance, support, all the rest of that as well. But then, yeah, the vetting thing for me is a big thing now because you can't be walking down the street and just joking up people and all sorts. I told you this the other week, but the other month. But listen, we're done. I've got a question for you, but I'll save it till next week. When I see you, man, I'm going to see you there. Is it next week you're coming up?
No, not this weekend. End of next week.
End of next week, and yeah. We'll talk then. Let's talk then. We're going to get some. Yeah, we'll
Let's confiscate my mic in Goodison. They might have to do it from Goodison Park.
Yeah, well, I was going to say to you, yeah, we'll have to have a drink for that one.
100%.
Listen, episode 7. Season 3. Stay tuned. Thanks for listening. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to the video. If you're old, make sure you subscribe to the video, audio version as well. Make sure you check that out. And the link as well to the social accounts also in the description. Leave your thoughts about what we discussed. And we'll be back next week. Another episode done.
Peace.